So it sounds like to me that you have a really good idea of what you're trying to do and what you do really well when you hit good putts. It's eliminating the things or trying to.
The fact that the more anxious, the more important the situation, I tend to hit the balls too easy, and yet I know my technique will work. So I know that either I'm getting longer and not accelerating like you said,
Right.
and need to shorten it up, or I just need to find a way to get myself comfortable. Because I did notice, as you mentioned earlier, about the short, how when I pull.
Well, I really like the idea of feeling that you're hitting the putt with a little bit of pop in that left.
Yeah, it's not
left
I can
hand.
just feel. I just know that if I hit that putt and I feel I feel the hit,
Yep.
as opposed to just letting it hit. If
Yep.
that makes any sense, I tend to get the right speed.
Yep.
And then the key is to develop enough trust that the technique I'm using and the stroke I'm using is sound.
Exactly.
That I'm not. I know that part of the getting long strokes at times it gets wavy on longer putts. But if you have control, and I know you're not supposed to be a hands player, but I have great hands.
Yeah.
And I'm a hands-arms player, so you have to accept that. I tried to get rid of all that, and I went downhill. I have to use what I've got.
Yep.
And so if I trust the feel in my hands, and if I can I have to. So the more confident and reinforcement I can get.
Yep.
Your stroke's fine, Jim. Your thought process is fine. Now you just have to get out there and do that, and not worry about the consequences, or you're not mishitting these because you're not doing something.
Exactly.
Right?
You're putting to make putts.
Right.
So I agree with everything you said, and your stroke looks great, and I really like the idea of feeling like you're not necessarily swinging at it or giving it a little bit extra, but you are accelerating through the putt because you never want to be decelerating through.
Right, and that's where that's why even if I get a little loose and let that putter just hinge a little more.
But every putt that you've hit, that there's been, see, that's the deceleration.
You can see the deceleration. See, I can't feel it.
Yeah.
To me, it's just a soft finish.
Okay.
But
so stick. Maybe let's think about sticking the finish.
that guy's a little better.
Because you have the strokes there, you're finishing down your target line, you've picked your target, and you're just hitting putts toward it.
Let me go through a little routine, get set up.
You're not overthinking it. Now it's just a matter of getting you to finish the stroke.
Set up, and all I want to do is I want to feel that.
There you go.
See?
That was a pretty good stroke.
Yeah, I feel like my
You're
head's
starting to
just
get a little higher on the hill.
See, that speed looks too fast to me, but I don't think it is. I'll pull down.
That's not even hitting the back of the cup. I mean, even at that speed, that putt was pulled a hair. But,
Right.
But you've only gone 2 feet by. And like you said it when we first started, you're a great short putter.
I know I can make the short ones if I just
Short putting isn't your issue. Now we just got to get you to make some longer putts.
Is to make these birdie putts, and when I knock it, I mean, I knock it like this, and I, and it's one of these things you want. Everybody in the group thinks you're going to make it, but me.
Okay.
I'm walking up here, and I'm all,
But your strokes there.
Well, and you don't want to have hit. You don't want to have hit a great. Part of the problem is working through the mental process. You don't want to have hit a great shot, and then have 4 feet for par, right?
Right.
You don't want to stand on 15 or 12, knock it like this, like I did the other day, or it was even probably like this.
Yeah.
And I missed it because I kept saying, "There's no way you should miss this. You got to make, as opposed to say, do you feel that?"
So
again, I feel that going.
Instead of that thinking, "There's no way you should miss this," think I'm gonna make this. I will make it, and it's a lot more difficult than it sounds. Right. But there's can and there's can't, and there's will and there's won't. Right. And you're either gonna do something or you're not gonna do something. So will is the word that we should always use. Not I'm gonna will this into the hole, but I will do this. I will make this putt. Think about how you will make this putt, and the reason that you will make this putt is because you're confident and.
If I execute on my concept.
Yeah, exactly.
And my feeling, and the feeling is to make sure that, I call it the wrinkle because when I bend my hand, you see that wrinkle.
Right.
That concept that if I know that if I hit that, take that solid to the target.
Yep. You will make that putt by.
And the backstroke is the difference. I
Yep.
mean, I just
by finishing that stroke.
But
A short stroke, right? Well, not necessarily a short, but it's a stroke that gives you the opportunity to accelerate.
Well, yeah, as opposed to getting so far that you have to balance it perfectly.
Exactly. I agree that you're a great hands player, but the idea, there was a little decel.
Right. So maybe the decel is maybe it's a decel, not a lookup.